Hello, good morning. Just gonna start the stream off with a big morning stretch, I guess, but yeah, hi. I'm back, I guess. Why am I talking so quietly? It's weird, every time, like, I know there are people around, I just try to talk quietly because, I don't know, it's probably because, I don't know, I'm still not used to this yet. Again, I'm still not used to this again. I need to do a couple more of these before I'm comfortable with just, like, talking and not thinking that everyone in my house thinks I'm a big loon or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Maybe if I play the music louder, I don't know. It's busy around the house right now. It's busy around the house. That's partially... Well, okay, I shouldn't say partially why. Yesterday I didn't do this because I had to, I had to go and talk a little bit with the lender and realtor. I'm still doing the house hunting stuff, so suffice to say, it's a bit, it's still stressful. Man, I just want a couple of days off, which is funny because I took a couple of days off just like a week ago. Probably feels like I should have took more. It definitely feels like I should have took more. Anyway, hi. Today in our in our 1 hour, because it's always been an hour so far, of morning chatting, just shooting the breeze. Yeah, I didn't have much of an idea with this one, so I just quickly thought of the idea of just, hey, what if I just find topics by looking through what I've liked on Twitter? Yeah, that's... okay, honestly, I probably should plan more for these, but I don't really have much, like, time to even plan for these. This is why I just really like doing these, this style of, like, stream at the moment, because, man, I would love to play a game. I would love to play a game, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't like playing games in the morning. Playing games in the morning is, I don't know. I used to be able to do that just without a second thought. But then these days, I don't know. The idea of playing a game in the morning is just not appealing to me for this moment in time, cuz I just rather sleep. And I think my work schedule, because I work nights, doesn't help that matter. It probably is a big factor in it. Yeah. Yeah, but hey, can't change it now, right? Okay, I have the opportunity to change it now, but I'd rather, well, here's the thing. At my work, if I work nights, I get paid more. So I don't know. Because of where I live, I kind of need that, so I can't really change much about that. That's for sure. Anyway, how do I even start this? I need to find a clean segue into this, but turns out I'm still really bad at doing that. So, oh, actually, before I even start on just looking through the Twitter likes and everything, okay, so you know how in my first stream... Okay, was it my first stream back, or was it my first morning stream back? One of those, I'll use the... I guess I'll just use this screen now. I remember I did a tier list, right? It's a tier list on game controllers. So I decided to look through more on just what tier lists people have, like, made on Tier Maker. And, I have been witness to some really, interesting ones. Well, okay, I haven't gotten to the weird parts yet, but I have gotten into, just the absolutely, like, ridiculous in terms of just how many things there are to put on the tier list. Where is it? Where is my... Did I lose my screen capture here? I might have lost my screen capture. What? How did I lose my screen? Oh, no, here it is. Found it. There we go. So, yes, just ignore Ludwig's, like, graceful mug right there. We're looking at this. Here is, okay, this here is a tier list for 450 video game franchises. Now, I will tell you 100% that I have probably played, like, 10 or 20% of these at best. If there is someone out there that has played all 450 of these franchises, even single entry franchises, then they are insane. And they are a much bigger gamer than me. Still, it'd be really interesting if I if I actually like attempt this tier list later on in the stream. Just so, well, okay, I'm not gonna go through each entry, like, in detail. I'm just gonna, like, you know, shotgun it, like, super fast. I think that would be pretty fun. But we'll save that for later. Let's just look through what I've liked on, like, Twitter. Because, hey, look, here is my Twitter. Wow, look at that. Look at my glorious 104 followers. 100 of those are basically GFX bots. I am very confident that 100 of those 104 are just GFX bots. So, yeah. Not much progress has been done in these last 2 years, but wait, actually, I just noticed I should change my stream link back to, like, YouTube. Oh my goodness, I just noticed that this is my old Twitch link. Since I stream on YouTube now, I probably should change this. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so one of the first things I've liked so far... Okay, actually... Oh, we're gonna talk about Armored Core again. Just for a little bit, though. So... I saw a Reddit post about this before AC6 came out, and, okay, here's the crazy thing. AC6 uses the same engine as Elden Ring. So, knowing that, there is not a lot of, like, barriers and workarounds to basically do when it comes to actually porting things into Elden Ring and vice versa. So, knowing that, some folks have already ported the starter AC into AC6, and I think Zuli the Witch, very prominent Souls creator who just showcases like secrets and things about the Souls series, put out a video just to show how much progress so far has been done on it. So let's go ahead and look at that. I don't need the music. Yeah, so this is Zuli's video right here, and I'm just gonna skip a bit through it. This is how you're supposed to do reactions, mind you. This is how you're supposed to do them. You're not supposed to show the whole video with nary a commentary, but yeah, just transformative enough, right? Transformative enough. Pause, sift through it, talk about stills here and there. Yeah. So here's the thing. One of the things that's crazy is okay, first of all, this is okay, I saw this a couple of days into AC6. Why did I not think that people were going to port in CJ from San Andreas? Why did I not think that was one of the first things people are going to do? And yet, I see this on my timeline on Twitter, and boom, I am completely floored by it. This was hilarious. Good lord, I do not want to see that up close. But yeah, see, here is the AC. Here's the starter AC. Now, there are no animations or sound effects, just as noted here by Zuli. The thing is, what's interesting is that Zuli prefaces this next part in the video by saying that they claim that AC6 ACs are like 10 meters tall, like roughly 6 times the height of a human, and if you port them into like Elden Ring, then it basically is roughly that. So there is no size trickery being done between in AC6. ACs are actually that big. So everything in Armored Core 6 is made to actual scale. So it's not a case where it's like, oh, even though the mechs are supposed to be like 10 meters tall, we don't really need to show that, right? We can just do a little bit of trickery and then have them be like human height, but then scale everything else to be like the appropriate size, even though everything is to human scale. No. They actually made everything to scale, which is great, in my opinion. So, it looks silly, yes. This looks silly, just juxtaposing them together, especially in this case where the AC is taller than Radon. That is pretty, man. So, here's the thing. Technically, Radon can go toe-to-toe with an AC, even though Radon is, like, according to this, 2 meters shorter than a typical AC in AC6. However, a more appropriate size for the enemies that an AC would be facing would be the Fire Giant here, as shown juxtaposed right here. Yeah, that's about the correct size of the enemies that an AC, like, is probably going to fight. And then this one here, too. I completely forgot what the name of this creature is, but yeah. Progress has been made. You can port the models in, but it's gonna take some time before people can make outrageous mods for Elden Ring using AC6 assets and then vice versa. I would love to see just somebody porting in, like, say, Radon or like the Fire Giant or like this thing right here into AC6 and then creating boss fights out of those. Like, okay, for example, Placidusax. Yeah, it would be amazing to see Placidusax as a modded boss in AC6. That would be really fun. But here's the thing. Because of how different the combat is in AC6 to like Elden Ring or like other Souls games, I feel like those boss fights would just be absolutely easy. They would just absolutely be easy. I'm sorry to say, those would be really easy boss fights. Like, the amount of movement options you get as, like, an AC is just going to completely trivialize most of those, like, Elden Ring bosses. Now, the cool thing, I would say, would be the opposite. I would think it would be the opposite. That would be more, like, cooler and more, like, interesting to see as fights. Like, porting over Armored Core MTs and then having them be boss fights or enemies to an Elden Ring character. That would be pretty cool. Like, maybe not something like AC-sized, but like MT-sized. I think that would be pretty neat. So, that's one thing I saw that was neat on my timeline. Another one. Oh, yeah. So this is Patra. So, I'm probably not going to play the audio for it either, because, I mean, I don't understand Japanese. I can just say, though, that the BGM in this video here is actually one of Hachima's iconic BGMs, just without her, like, voice in it, to which then I immediately finally deduced that, wait a second, this BGM was already pre-existing, probably on Dova, and then Hachima just added her own spin to it. So that's pretty neat. But yeah. Yeah, this is just a highlight clip of a highlight clip of Patra just experimenting with the bad cook in an AC that is supposed to represent Chef Kawasaki from, like, Kirby. Anybody who's played Kirby probably knows who Chef Kawasaki is. But that is... This is... This is great. This is great, actually. I find it really awesome that Patra is such a big fan of, like, Armored Core specifically. I mean, she's a big mecha fan, but she is a very big Armored Core fan. And up to Armored Core 6, she has been basically playing these games, like, for most of her streams. She started off with AC1 and managed to complete everything, I think everything up to Verdict Day before AC6, and that is, like, incredible dedication to just a series, in my opinion, especially as a streamer. It takes a lot of risk to stream just a singular series for that length of time before the newest entry. But I mean, Patra already has, like, a really decent size, maybe actually in terms of streaming, not even decent. She has a pretty big audience and a pretty big situated audience. So I think, like, there's more safety in her choice of just streaming Armored Core games than there is for, like, other less stable streamers. But yeah, because yeah, like I said, Patra has a very well established and dedicated fan base. So I find that pretty cool. I'm sorry for switching back and forth between this. It's just quirks of mine. I don't know if she's made this herself, because I remember seeing this Kawasaki AC on Twitter. But the thing is, I don't know if that Twitter was referencing Patra here, or Patra just got the download code off of that Twitter post. Because I follow Japanese AC Twitter. I've been following that recently because I've been trying to find new PvP tech and new off-meta builds to try out for PvP. So sometimes I come across something that is particularly interesting that's not within those fields. I've never tried dual flamethrowers before. I should try it. And her build right now isn't that bad either. I mean, okay, she did have to... Okay, well, I don't know if she was the one who made the build again, or she downloaded the build off of, like, a download code or something. But I know the build has to at least, just to get the Kawasaki face on there, they had to use a less than optimal chest piece right there. But hey, when it comes to memes and or, like, making your AC look good, sometimes you gotta go cut a little corners here and there, right? The setup she's using looks to be, well, this build is using, looks to be just fine. I know double flamethrowers is actually a pretty viable option. On top of that, she has the needle cannon, and I guess she has plasma missiles. Not really the best missiles, but I mean, it covers the energy option in the build. It covers the energy option, which is pretty okay. Yeah, surprisingly, they do decent damage. Yeah, surprisingly, the bad cook flamethrowers do pretty decent damage. And, they also deal pretty decent, like, stagger buildup as well. So if you, as long as you have a weapon to capitalize on the stagger, then it's not really a bad option at all. I might try that out. Though, I probably won't use a Chef Kawasaki looking AC. I'm probably gonna use something a little more within my like style of AC, which is dark colors, edgy, and something that is completely unoriginal. Honestly, the Chef Kawasaki AC is more original than like what I would consider to be within my spectrum of style for like an AC, and that's just because I just can't escape my edgy phase. I'm sorry, I just can't escape my like edgy phase. I'm not an edgy person whatsoever. I just like the aesthetic of edgy. Like, I am literally the least edgy person in probably the world. I don't know, if you try to make me like say like an off-color joke, I would probably crack. I just can't do it. That's just not in my personality. But if you're having me choose between like Saber or like Archer, in Fate, I would absolutely 100% choose Archer because the color palette just speaks to me. I am kind of shallow in that as well. Sorry, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. It also doesn't help that my favorite characters include, well, it doesn't help that my favorite characters in Fate include the likes of not only Archer, but Chloe, Lancelot, Lubu. Yeah, okay, yeah, just anybody with a dark black and red color palette. Yeah, I will probably be pretty jazzed about them, just looks-wise. Oh, and you can also add Nobunaga in that as well. But I don't know Fate. That's all I can say about it. I don't know Fate. I just like the looks of some of the servants. Oh, oh yeah, so yeah, that's just Claudio just beating the shit out of Yuta because, you know, tough love makes the in wrestling, tough love makes the toughest wrestlers, I guess. Okay, just speaking solely for like maybe like 5 minutes on just wrestling. It's been crazy. Wrestling has been crazy this past like couple of just this past couple of days. Because not only is AEW about to have All Out tonight, yesterday they had their first collision without Punk because, well, for those of you that aren't in the wrestling sphere, CM Punk well, not even basically, he straight up got fired. And that is one of their biggest money makers. And unfortunately, well, I can't really say much about the whole entire situation with that. All I can say is what's been put out officially by All Elite Wrestling, and and per the statement, they basically said that Punk got terminated with probable cause after Tony Khan consulted with the disciplinary committee, whoever that is for AEW. That's all I can really say about it, and it's a blow to the marketability of AEW, but here's the thing. AEW has a lot of talents that can fill the role that Punk would have gotten. So, I mean, yesterday you had Bryan Danielson come back earlier than expected, so if that isn't a showing of we're ready, we were always ready to move on with this, then I don't know what. But I'm not going to be watching All Out because I never bought the pay-per-view. So I can only really listen to, well, hear of the results and hopefully the match that I care about the most, which is Cassidy versus Moxley. I hope Cassidy takes it because Moxley does not need the championship. What needs to happen from that match is Moxley putting over Cassidy further as a credible threat, like an upper card like threat, because Cassidy, Orange Cassidy, has only really been hovering around the mid to like at times upper mid card, because the International Championship is, well, basically that title. It's supposed to be the Intercontinental Championship of AEW. So, if Cassidy beating Mox would basically elevate Cassidy to main event level, which, in my opinion, he proved himself to be quite a couple of title defenses ago, which, for the record, this would be his 32nd title defense. for the International Championship, and that's hilariously ridiculous to me that Cassidy has defended that championship this many times. So I can only hope that AEW makes the right decision. In my honest opinion, as just a wrestling fan, they need to have Cassidy retain the belt, and I would say, this is just my fantasy booking, if Mox loses, Cassidy should drop the belt to either Strickland or Yuta. Cause here's the thing, in my opinion, of the two, I would say drop it to Yuta. Even though Yuta has already challenged for the international title twice already. Third time's the charm, and also it works because not only do Cassidy and Yuta have a history together on screen, because Yuta was previously part of Best Friends before going over to BCC. It would actually, having that match happen and having Yuta win the belt over like Orange Cassidy would help elevate Yuta much higher up on the card, and actually have him break out of his current position as the pin eater for BCC, even though like BCC are very credible like threats, like all of them. Yuta, there still has to be like a pin eater in like even in a stable like BCC, and unfortunately Yuta is that. But him having the international title and winning it off of Cassidy would not only like progress the storyline between them, but also serve to elevate Yuta. That's why I think Moxley should lose and then Yuta should win sometime down the line. I don't mind having a couple more defenses with Cassidy. If people are tired of it, I totally understand, but to me, hey, give Cassidy a little bit more of like a safety net for his for what will eventually be one of the most like insane title reigns down the line of like AEW's history. So yeah, that's just my thoughts about it. Let's go look at Claudio uppercutting the shit out of Yuta again. There we go. Okay, now we can move on to more Armored Core stuff. I meant to do this some time ago, but I just never got to it because I made other ACs first. Somebody made Jacko. This right here is Jacko's AC from Armored Core Nexus. Good lord, I really wanted to make this. And it looks like someone beat me to the punch, and I can only really offer my variation of it, because here's one of the things that I will say could be improved on the build. So the Karasawa is correct, the head also correct, the legs also correct as well. The chest and arms, you could put some variations here and there on that, but like the chest is pretty spot on. The only issue is the shoulder weapons and the left-hand weapon, because for those of you that don't know, Jacko, one of the more important characters later on in 3rd gen, he uses different like shoulder weapons depending on the game. So I'll touch on those later, but the left-hand weapon right here, it's supposed to be a grenade cannon. The thing is, this guy here used a bazooka, because this is a bazooka, this isn't a grenade cannon or grenade launcher. Even though there isn't a grenade launcher in the game that fits the size of the like wrist grenade launcher from 3rd gen, I would still give him one of the grenade launchers, despite having like such a long barrel to it. I know looks-wise this would make more sense, but in terms of functionality, it should be a grenade cannon. I mean, a grenade launcher. In terms of the missiles, though, looks-wise, this looks great. The thing here, though, is that Jacko's missiles in Nexus were slow homing large explosive missiles. Yeah, really heavy as well. So those were his missiles. He didn't use any multi-missile launchers and stuff like that. And then in Armored Core Last Raven, I think in one of the endings, he ends up using like vertical missile launchers. Like twin vertical missile launchers in a pair. So this right here, even though looks-wise it does look good, the issue is functionality. For me, when I create ACs or replica ACs, I basically try to not only have the look, but also the functionality of that AC. So, sure, I cut corners, given the limited parts in AC6, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the weapons, to me, I'm all about functionality. Same functionality as the original AC. So, whereas this AC by NT1992 or whatever number, even though he has the Kurosawa bazooka and then multi-missile launcher, I would make a variation of this with of course this, but also grenade launcher and also vertical missiles. Either vertical missiles or container missiles. Either one of those. But yeah, this one here, looks-wise, pretty spot on. I'm happy about this one. This one's pretty good. I hope I can find like the decal code for Jacko's decal right there. But yeah. Oh, okay. So one thing I gotta make note of though, if I see something that might be a bit too to show on stream, that's why I can just do this. Ooh, hiccup. Man, dog. I love hiccuping. It's okay. I'm gonna eat right after this stream. And with that, I will also drink a metric ass ton of water. Ooh, this is cute. Okay, so once again, this is just me on my Hololive bullshit, but yeah, Callie's cat. One of Callie's cats turns a year old. This is a gorgeous cat, not gonna lie. Like, Tutu is a very, like, striking cat. She's, okay, according to Callie, she's not only stinky, but also kind of crazy, but, you know, I mean, cat mom gotta love her cats, right? But yeah, look at her. Yeah. Looks to be fully grown already, but, okay, probably maybe another year or two out from being fully grown. But, yeah, that's a pretty large cat. I didn't think that Tutu was gonna end up this large, but maybe I probably don't have a sense of scale because I don't have a cat myself. I do want one, though. I really, really do want a cat. Man. One of these days, I will get a cat, and it will probably be when I get my own place. So, one of these days, when I get my own place, maybe like a month or two down the line, I'll probably have a little furball just lounging like in the middle of like the kitchen, and me being the kind of cat owner I know I'm gonna be, I'm just gonna be like, well, now I gotta go and work around this this little moron. I can't do anything about it because I would not want to disturb their lounging time. So yeah, it's just me. That's the kind of cat owner I'd be. Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch the stream today. Okay, so a lot of Holo memes have been playing this game specifically. Okay, without having to go into the title, this is just the mobile phone ad game. Yeah, the mobile phone ad game. Now, the reason why I awaited Bae playing this game is because she is a self-admitted, she plays a lot of like mobile games and phone games. This is her area of expertise when it comes to gaming. Because before Hololive, correct me if I'm wrong, she wasn't really much of a gamer, a conventional gamer. She was more like a mobile gamer and stuff like that. So if these are within her spectrum of like games, then this is gonna be a great stream. Also, it's nice seeing her stream again. Yeah, most of Council has not been streaming consistently these past like week or two. So it's nice seeing like a stream like this now. I don't know, I can't even tell you what's going on behind the scenes because I am not even a part of that company. In fact, I'm not part of any company at all. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, a lot of members have not been streaming as often. I've just noticed. I think Advent has been the EN generation that has been streaming the most consistently, which makes sense because they just debuted. They got to keep like a certain form of consistency in the first couple of months, right? But certain members like Ame, Gura, Council, etc. and so forth. Yeah, they've all been like sporadic. I mean, look, Gura basically disappeared again. But I've basically come to accept this, and I mean, just no skin off my bones. If she busy, she gotta do what she gotta do. No skin off my bones. I don't only watch her, you know. In fact, I watched this rat probably like the most out of anyone like recently. It used to be Fauna, but then I just gravitated towards Bae's like supreme normie energy. She's like supreme normie, but also supreme just, I guess, dork. She's just wonderful. Yeah. A really nice like stream to listen to. Whenever she does like just chatting streams, I just throw her on in the background and then just do my thing. I don't know. Will I say she's one of my Oshi? I don't know yet. I actually don't know yet. But with enough time, she probably will enter that echelon for me. Anyway, moving on from that. Yes, this is what I've been waiting for. This right here. This is what I've been waiting for. It took a bit longer than I thought, but finally, somebody has done it. Thomas the Tank Engine in Armored Core 6. Perfect. Beautiful. So we got CJ and we got Thomas the Tank Engine. Now all we need is Macho Man Randy Savage, and then we got the trifecta. But welcome to AC6, Thomas the Tank Engine. And yeah, I tried finding this mod too on Nexus, but it looks like this mod is, I guess it's just a personal project of like Nakajima here or something, or maybe he got it off of a buddy. I have no clue. For now, it solely exists in the Japanese sphere of AC. So hopefully it comes over our side somehow, and I can actually replace my wheelchair tank treads with Thomas the Tank Engine. Because, okay, look. These treads the treads he's using are obviously the wheelchair treads because of how fast he's going. The wheelchair treads, okay, I'm just gonna straight up say this. The wheelchair treads are pretty strong options for legs in AC6. Man, they are fast. I think the fastest land speed in the game can only be achieved using those legs. It says something about the balance of like of AC6 where the fastest legs are tank treads. That never happened in the series in my from my observation. That never happened in the series. Usually to get the fastest like land speed or just speed in general, you would have to go lightweight. Not even like chicken leg lightweight, just like lightweight biped. That was the only way But then here comes AC6 with the wheelchair legs, with the wheelchair treads, and yeah. Balance? What is that? Yes, I have a PvP build that utilizes those legs, and it's actually been servicing me pretty well. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm still partial to hover missile boats, though. I'm still partial to hover missile boats on top of just more melee-oriented options. I'm definitely in the spectrum of optimal, of meta PvP builds in AC6 right now. I'm kind of hovering between missile boat and just more melee-oriented builds. Because the one I had most success with uses the laser lance and the Zimmy shotgun because, I mean, look, it's the strongest, like, shotgun and the strongest main hand weapon for a reason. So I'm using that, and I'm using a lightweight build with it. It's been servicing me pretty well, especially since I've tried to find, like, follow-ups after, like, a laser lance push. Well, I mean, a laser lance charge. I mean, I've come around to using assault armor in PvP almost exclusively now because of just its capabilities as a follow-up tool. Yeah, I am absolutely for using assault armor most of the time. I mean, pulse armor, I would say it's a great emergency option, but in terms of just PvP viability, it's decent. But aside from that, it's just an extra layer of, like, defense for, like, a short period of time. I'd say just replace that with, like, another attack, or well, assault armor is a great keep-away tool. So, well, you can use it as a keep-away tool, but I would rather use it as a, I would rather use it as just a follow-up option. Combo option, there you go. I completely forgot the word combo. What is going on with me? Also, okay, I just noticed that my suggested what's happening list here just updates in real time. I just noticed that, and I've been on this platform for how long? Christ. Oh, there's Brisket! Let's go. Yo, Bridget, my favorite. And yes, even before the latest Guilty Gear, like one of my favorite Guilty Gear characters was Bridget. Like I said, this was before, like, the latest Guilty Gear, even before Xrd. Like, in the early Guilty Gear years, I just really liked playing as Bridget because she was one of the more unique characters to me out of, like, the unique fiesta that is Guilty Gear. But yeah, I just like the yo-yos. I like the yo-yos a lot. And I like the playstyle. I liked her playstyle, so yeah. Bridget, one of my favorites. Probably my favorite now these days because, well, okay. In the latest patch for Guilty Gear, they pretty much, like, tanked, like, Zato's viability from what I heard. And so now I'm like, bye, Zato. Won't be playing you if I ever play the game. So, yeah. Other than that, I almost said that another one of my favorite characters was Jin Kisaragi. But there's a big problem with that. There is a big problem with that. Unless I'm wrong, Jin Kisaragi is not a Guilty Gear character. Unless I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah, he is a BlazBlue character. So, holy crap, I'm very glad I caught myself in that mistake before I made more of a fool of myself than I already am. So, yay! Great! But yeah, anyway, Brisket, favorite. Oh, I like this. I like this image right here. I remember I saw this image a while back. I don't know what compelled whoever made this art piece here, because this is Twitter or Twit-X or X-Twit, every time I see a piece of fan art, there's a high chance that the person is just reposting it. There's a high chance the person is just reposting it. It's not the original artist, but in the case that this is the original artist, I don't know what compelled them to make an image of Miku Hatsune German suplexing MJF, but I live for it, and I want more crossover fan art like that. Not only do I want a follow-up to this image, like I want to see the full bridge, but I also want to see other crossover art as well, like say Kaito hitting the Kaito putting Jericho in the walls of Jericho. There's another example. Or Mako doing a running knee strike like Hikaru Shida versus Tony Storm or something. Kind of stuff like that. Or in terms of tag teams, Rin and Len hitting the Shatter Machine on FTR. That I want to see more art of that. I want to see more crossover art between just anime IP or like Vocaloids, even in this case, with just pro wrestling. That's just fun to me. My two favorite worlds, the anime world and the big beefy people slapping the shit out of each other world. Also, happy birthday, Miku. Happy belated birthday. Oh, this clip right here. Okay. I didn't watch Collision yesterday, but you could have just shown me this single clip from Collision, and good lord, I probably shouldn't show like the full like screen of it because I mean it's pro wrestling. Anything you probably even show like 3 seconds of it in like full view, full screen, and then your channel will probably just get a copyright strike on it or something like that. I don't know, or copyright claim at least. But yeah, this is great. I love Daniel Garcia so much. I love how he's okay. That dance of his, he took like just a one-off like joke aspect of his character in the JAS, and then just turned it into gold. Now everybody pops off for like for the little dance. And now it's just become part of his like character. I like that. In hindsight, I appreciate that he actually just didn't end up betraying the JAS and going back to his more like serious like shooter type of character. Like this is a great like angle to his like character. Oh, and this is a great spot too. Oh man. Sometimes I just really like pro wrestling. This is just so fun to see. Probably like a semi-serious match, but emphasis on the semi for like spots like that. Yeah. I still don't have a promotion that I prefer because I go to different, like, I watch different promotions depending on the kind of wrestling that I want to see. If I want to see like really hard-hitting, like, these are going to be like 5-star bangers like almost every time, then I basically go to New Japan, and then sometimes Noah. Noah probably doesn't put out as much 5-star bangers as compared to New Japan, definitely, but when a match goes good in Pro Wrestling Noah, it goes really good. Like, for example, Nakajima versus Miyahara. Nakajima versus Miyahara was a great match. Well-deserved of the 5 stars it got. So yeah. I have a soft spot for Pro Wrestling Noah, even though it's still struggling with its booking. Please, I hope Kiyomiya is still not okay. I hope Kiyomiya stops being treated like a chump. I know he's young, but he's already gone through enough booking punishment. Like, have him have a good run with, like, a good storyline there, please. Kiyomiya is supposed to be your ace. I don't want Kiyomiya to end up being the chump ace. I don't want him to go through a Shiozaki arc where he was supposed to be the ace and then, like, failed to meet expectations, then had to go to other promotions, then to come back just to show everyone that, oh wow, Shiozaki is actually really good. And here's the thing, I maintain that Go Shiozaki is probably one of the best in-ring, like, workers. At least in Japan. I don't know how he'd be in terms of in-ring work if he goes, like, stateside, but I hope there's an opportunity for him to go stateside. I have no clue what that was right there. But yeah, I hope that Shiozaki, or some of the more well-known of the Noah roster right now, go stateside to at least maybe, like, man. If they can make an appearance on any of AEW's programming, that would be pretty cool. I was about to say Impact, but I don't know. Impact, it's there, but I every time I try to watch Impact, it comes off as just very average to me. Yeah, and I will say that with all my best wishes to Impact, but I don't think Impact's product is for me. However, not the worst wrestling promotion in the current era that I've seen. I'm really sad to say this, but at the current moment in time, they've turned around slightly, but NWA needs to really get itself out of the gutter. I mean, they did a step in the right direction for when it came to finally taking the title off of Tyrus. Like, even though it goes on EC3, not my favorite wrestler in the world, but that's still a step up from, like, Tyrus. And I'm saying this to, like, Tyrus's benefit here. I feel like he should have retired a long time ago, because legitimately, he moved in the ring like the most lethargic person I've ever seen recently. And if it's health related, like, dude, you just take a step back and just I guess enjoy your spot in, like, Fox News from this point on. I don't know. But yeah, in my opinion, he should have retired, like, a long time ago. And that's strictly because that I don't like seeing people struggling, like, who are struggling health-wise, doing like a sports entertainment thing like this. I don't like seeing that. I really don't. Sometimes I think it's sad, but sometimes I'm just, like, concerned some of the time, because I'm like, dude, you have, like, health problems. You probably have, like, health problems. You shouldn't be putting your body through this, I swear to God. But anyway, that's just my thing on it. Anyway, yeah. For the most part, dialing this back to my earlier point, I don't really have a promotion that I watch, per se. I don't have a promotion that I'm dedicated to. And I think this helped me realize that I probably have, like, in terms of relationship to my hobbies, I think I have the healthiest relationship to pro wrestling, because I'm really not dedicated to any one, like, promotion like I am with certain, like, IPs in, like, gaming, and then with certain, like, companies in VTubing. I will give you 3 guesses as to what that'll be. But yeah, just pro wrestling. If there is good pro wrestling, I will watch it. Doesn't matter what company it's from. If NWA somehow puts out, like, a 5-star banger within the next couple of months, I will watch it. I will absolutely watch it. Even though I have harsh criticisms about NWA's product, I will watch a good match. Hell, I will watch a spectacle match like CMLL Lucha Libre and, like, AAA or whatever have you in Mexico. I will watch those too. Do I think they're technical masterpieces? No, but do I think they're physical spectacles? Absolutely, I will watch those. Like, it doesn't matter where it comes from at the end of the day, as long as it's good. And that's me. That's just me. Okay, I need to take... not that one. I need to take this off for a minute. Oh, this one. Oh, yes. Okay. What is their actual name? Shoot, what is the author's actual name? Okay, so this is a manga, one of the only manga I have been reading. Because it updates with like 4 pages like every week or every so often. So very digestible for me. But I really like this. Just because I like the dynamic between the two main characters here. Like both of them, I don't know. Okay, the main character here, one half of the main cast here, she is very, within what I find, like, an appealing, like, fashion. Wow, that made no sense to me. I like her fashion sense. She is basically grunge rocker girl. I really like that, that look. And this isn't, like, coming from an attraction standpoint. I'm just saying aesthetically, that's a pretty rad look. And then, I don't know, I like the dynamic with, how do I not know their names? I read this and I don't know their names. I've been reading this for such a long time and I completely forgot their names. I am very ashamed of myself. That's crazy that I completely forgot their names. And I highly doubt that this is a manga where the author just doesn't state the names of the characters. You just refer to them by their a personality aspect of them. No. They definitely, like, the author definitely, like, their names are out in the open. Probably referred to multiple times in a chapter. But here's me completely ignoring that fact and just reading this like a picture book. And from that, you can probably guess why I don't read much manga. Or fail to read a bunch of manga, because I read these things like picture books. If I have to read so much, then I actually get sleepy. So, this being one of the only ones that I've read, that I'm currently reading, speaks a lot to just how adverse to reading that I actually am. So, yeah, probably the next manga I will get into will probably happen like a couple years down the line. So, just no one ever come to me when it comes to whenever it comes to getting manga suggestions or even anime suggestions. I talked about this with a coworker before. He was suggesting anime to me, and the anime he likes watching, and then everything like he's watched so far. And then here's me coming in red hot with the I haven't watched a full anime since high school. Yeah, I have not watched a full anime since high school. I'm very sorry to say I've not watched it. Well, watched a full one since. I've started maybe a couple, but as for full ones, nah, nope. I just exist in this sphere. I just exist in it. If I want to know how a show is going, I just go on Twitter and see, like, I just go under the topic of that show, and then I just see people talking about it. That's how I get caught up with these things. Yeah. So, I ain't too proud of that. But that's just how it is, you know? That's just how it be. Let's see. Ooh, last thing I want to talk about today before, do I even want to try the tier list? Okay, so I've been playing Baldur's Gate with a friend every so often. And here's the thing. One of the things that I could not wait for when it came to Baldur's Gate is the mods. the mods that would come out for Baldur's Gate would basically, like, enhance the game tenfold for me. And, well, this post by Dungeons and Souls about a certain mod on Nexus mods, this is in the field of what I was expecting. 54 races. And okay, now technically 54 races, a lot of it is sub-races. Yeah, a lot of it is sub-races, but even so, 54 races for just you to play. That is wonderful. That is actually wonderful. You can play as not only can play as these, you can play as a Goliath, Orc, Azamar, Genasi, Bugbear, Changeling, Goblin, Kobold, Minotaur, list goes on. I am very excited to download this mod and then just, like, inject that into my Baldur's Gate 3 game. I'm probably going to start a new playthrough just to play this mod, but I'm going to abstain from it a little bit because I want to wait until a tried and true, stable mod comes out for the purpose of just... Well, the mod that I want to come out is a mod that allows you to play several created characters in a solo game. I want to play as my own created and rolled characters. I'd like a complete party of just them. Even though like party members like Karlach, Shadowheart, Asterion, they're all great. Sometimes I just want to have a game where it's just my own creations. So hopefully there's already a mod for that. I just haven't found it yet. But the thing is that even if there was one, there is a problem with compatibility. Compatibility between Fantastical Multiverse right here and the aforementioned mod that would remove, well, let you be able to play several created characters in a solo session. If the compatibility is stable, then hey, there you go, new solo playthrough. But if not, then I gotta wait until a compatibility workaround is found, or is actually done for it. So, yeah. Oh, and about Baldur's Gate 3, I have recorded a couple of the sessions with my friend. The problem here is that just like Armored Core 6, Baldur's Gate 3 does not run well if I stream it, much less record it. If I record it, it's just gonna look all bad. It's gonna be very, very, like, laggy. The in-game frames drop a lot. The performance, there you go. The performance is gonna suffer a lot. So, I mean, look, this basically just tells me that I need to get more RAM for my computer. Like, I need to replace the two 8 gig sticks of RAM that I got with like 16 gig sticks. I need to do that. I just need to do that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna forget once more once the stream ends, which, mind you, the stream is gonna end in about a couple of minutes. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm probably gonna forget once more. Until I end up in a situation where somehow my computer catastrophically fails, and then I just impulsively buy 2 16 gig RAM sticks. So, one or the other will happen. One or the other will happen. Oh, you could play as a kobold. Oh, this is perfect. I might actually play a kobold. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, I'm abstaining. I am abstaining. But this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. Okay. But yeah. I think I'm just gonna cut it short today. Well, cut it short. It's literally been a full hour. It's literally been a full hour. But yeah, that's it. that's it for today because it is late in the morning now for me and I still need to sleep and eat. Maybe I could have streamed longer if I didn't work overtime today, but hey, that's just how it swings sometimes. So yeah, read the top right there. Go ahead and I don't know, subscribe or something. Whoever's here. No one's here. But that doesn't mean somebody will stumble upon the VOD later on. So yeah. Just do it. Follow me on the X or whatever. I hate calling it the X, but when you link to Twitter now, it's just X now. You could still type in twitter.com, but when you link it to it, it's just X now, and I hate it. Hate it. I mean, look. I'm not too fond of Twitter in the first place, but now it's just soulless. Whatever soul it had is just nothing now. It's just it is edgy in the lamest way. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it for now. You know what? We're gonna do this tier list here for video game franchises next time. And I'm going to spend the whole stream on it. Because not only am I going through each of these franchises, I'm going to talk about them, but also I'm going to discover franchises as well. I'm going to discover franchises. Oh boy. Because some of these franchises I might know about. I just need to, all I just need to do is just look it up on Google to jog my memory. Oh, by the way, Phantasy Star. Okay, look. Okay, first, okay, as a precursor to that stream, Phantasy Star. If this includes Phantasy Star Online, S tier for me, totally not biased at all. Okay? Alright? But, aside from that, we'll save that for next time. Candy Crush F tier. Okay, anyway, I need to keep myself from doing this. I gotta eat. I gotta go. All right, I gotta go. You have a good one. You have a good morning, if it's morning for you, or a night, if it's night for you. I'm gonna go eat, and I'm gonna go sleep. Take care. I will see you next time, whenever next time is. I'll post about it on Twitter, Twit-X, Elon X. Whatever it's called in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, see ya.